We about to play 2K. Brutal Sim, step back J. Kobe got that clutch, throw it up, that's game. I'm going through the lane, Russell Westbrook quickness.
Wood up, it's your boy. You done know Brutal Sim on the scene, wicked and mean, with a next video for y'all, man. So y'all know how it is, y'all. Bruce Squad, stand up. We out here, man. We in the building. Anyone of y'all got the notification bell unlocked for Bruce Squad in the comment section, man. You know I down there and I'm showing love, man. You already know the grind don't stop. And we got a new blog, an info blog. Y'all know how it is, man. We got the info out here and a bunch of people hit me up, bro. We want a breakdown, so I got y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I did a video that was like 30 something minutes long with me just going through and just giving my opinion, because you know I tend to elaborate on stuff, so I'm gonna have to cut this down with this video. Now I'm not gonna cover everything here, so y'all could check the link in the description. I'm gonna try to cover over everything, but give a very short, you know, just pick certain parts that I want to highlight, man. I don't want an hour long video or half an hour long video for y'all to check out. So let's get straight to it, man. Of course, motion engine upgrade for 2K20, right? And we gonna come all the way down here to the last paragraph real quick, right? Of course, as I said, I went over everything, and this was probably got the most meat in this one. Our motion team spent the past couple of years developing and upgrading motion engine with the aim of finding a happy medium. And thanks to their hard work, movement in this year's game has taken a huge leap forward. Some of the advances that you immediately see and feel when you pick up NBA 2K20 are better foot planting, momentum modeling, and motion style variations. Players have a much better sense of weight and plant their feet properly when cutting or exploding from a stand. And thanks to the addition of motion styles, you quickly feel the difference between a lumbering big versus a quick explosive guard. The motion team spent a lot of time researching and analyzing sprint speeds and acceleration times of real NBA players. This helped us tune our player speed to a more accurately depict of the speed of the NBA game, especially in the open court. This research also led us to redesign how sprinting works. We really wanted sprinting to be a valuable resource and not something that everybody automatically does everywhere they go. This year, you'll notice a flashy yellow effect around the stamina bar. When your energy level drops below a certain threshold, once hit, you quickly ramp down to a run speed and get tired much faster. So it's important this year to pick and choose when you want to explode with your first step and not abuse the sprint trigger all game long. So I think this is a speed boost patch right here. So we gonna see, you know, a lot of people like the spam speed boost, burst. So we gonna see how this turns out. Now let's move to the handling real quick, man. And in the handling, of course, they highlight a few things they improved on. Of course, they see the pick and roll, wrap spits, situational cuts, back in the back court versus front court movements, or a few examples of where they made ball handler aware of the surroundings, whatever. They said here, of course, they added some new stuff as well. They added the concepts such as stop variations, dead leg, punch, heavy lift, inverse, etc. Cuts and first steps also vary greatly from one style to the next, allowing us to differentiate speedsters like De'Aaron Fox, John Wall from players like DeMar DeRozan, who move with more wiggle, LeBron James, and there's named out a bunch of different play styles, right? Let's go down here. There are 27 different styles that you'll see across the league that you will also have access to in mycareer to create the type of ball handler you want. And here are the list of the different styles. Of course, I'm going to name them out real quick. Base, big, power, fundamental, quick, slasher, shifty, James Harden, LeBron James, and the rest are just different names across the board, right? Here we go here. To be a successful ball handler is so much about rhythm and change of pace. This new system gives you more tools to do it with the left stick, and you know the normal stuff, man. You know the normal stuff. So let's go down here real quick. This is when things start getting a little bit interesting. This year we introduced a new sizer mechanic that allows you to chain standing dribble moves. Standing dribble move. I heard this before. I could remember hearing this before, probably last year. Dribble moves together in a clean and more realistic way. Every move is performed 1-to-1 by flicking the pro stick in there. Yeah, I heard this already. None, and they said it's no pre-script sequence this year, right? Of course we go eventually when the community get their hands, and then we go start script some stuff. All right, players have full control of whether they want a lull defender to lull defenders to sleep, or with a slow rock crossover pound the basketball. And then they're describing Kyrie array of handling, Allen Iverson with his big heavy crossover, and you know the list goes on, right? But here we are. We're also giving players access to new advanced moves, including behind the back wrap escapes, Luka Doncic's fake step back, stutter chop steps, new sham guards. I love sham guards, and the fake sham hezzy like Will Bynum pull off. I don't know if you all watched that on the Big Three. That was nasty. And even before you put the ball down, triple threat offense, I love triple threat, have been expanded as well with the plethora of new moves, including directional jabs, mid-arm step overs, shimmies, and new first step. I'm excited to see how creative the community gets and so on, man. Ankles beware. Now I ain't gonna front that sounds good to me so far. I ain't gonna lie, I love using the triple threat. I love using those technical moves, but we gonna see how the dribble guys get. You know, one thing that 2K should do, man, is I always said this: bring in someone like a Steezo. I'm not saying Steezo per se, but find some of the best dribble ball handlers, dribble guys in the community, and get them and find out how they could exploit the game so you could fix it. As I said, Microsoft hire hackers for a reason, right? So let's get to the defense, man. Read and react, because one thing I hate about the dribble system and the ankle breaker system in 2K is you could play perfect defense, be in perfect position, and perfectly anticipate the defender, and you still get your ankle snapped. Thank God for hands-up defense. A lot of people wanted it out the game. I was glad it was there, although I was a pure point forward, because you cannot play defense without it, or else you get your ankle break every time someone do a snapback. So let's see what they did about that, man. But don't worry, we didn't neglect the defense and the defensive end of the floor. On-ball defenders will be happy to hear that we're providing more tools to help them lock down their checks as well. Internally, we've been calling this read and react defense. Regarding the ball, defensive players will see a small arrow under the ball handler indicating where they're leaning or attempting to go. The arrow shows up at different times based on the defender's ability. So I think lockdown is going to be there a little bit more or something like that, which is going to be interesting, man. One of the defensive, and that's one thing I hate. I wish all defenders, I wish defense was based on effort, IQ, man. Effort and IQ. Effort, IQ, man, and some stick skills, to be quite honest, and not necessarily how much your attributes is or what kind of defensive build this is or whatever. But anyways, let's continue. That's the next rant for next day. Where was I? I'm going to say anticipating the ball handler movement properly and cutting them off their attack will yield much more predictable outcomes, such as stonewalling the dribbler, forcing a pickup, or causing a fumble. Thanks to the motion engine upgrade and the improvement defensive footwork, as well as a greatly improved body up ride system. One-on-one battles now resolved in a much more predictable way, showcasing the difference between attacking a flat-footed defender versus highly skilled lockdown. Now this is gonna be interesting as well, man. All right, I ain't gonna front with you, so let's continue. Under the ball handler, you'll also notice the indicator ring changing from a solid circle to a broken up line as the ball handler moves around the court or perform moves. The more broken up the circle, the more vulnerable the ball handler is to losing the ball. To further emphasize this, we retune on ball steals to a much more predictable. So for NBA 2K20, it's more important to read what the ball handler is doing and reach at the right times rather than running around and randomly spamming the steal button. So they're saying all the right stuff. They are saying all the right stuff. So I want to see how this plays out. Cause remember, NBA 2K19 dropped, people were just spamming steals and getting steals. It was ridiculous. So they definitely looked at that and made some adjustments, right? All right, shot solutions and paint D. Now a lot of these stuff is kind of important. As I said, I'm gonna put the link in the description so y'all could definitely check it out. So I'm gonna just cover a little bit of it. NBA 2K20, we've completely architect layups and dunks to be a fully branchable mechanic. Last year we introduced the ability to branch from certain layup gathers and dunk to dunk finishes, and now that's the Euro step to the dunk. I love that. I love that addition to the game. I ain't going front 2K. Y'all definitely took a W on that one. But for layups, once you hit the button, you mostly just watch the sequence play out from ground to air. The new gather feature allows you to kick off an advanced gather to the floor, read the defense, and select how you want to finish that gather by re-deflecting the pro stick as you take off. Say for example, if you start a Euro gather but saw the defender close in, you could re-deflect the pro stick down to branch to a floater and finish to avoid the contact. Now I ain't gonna lie, that sounds like an extra addition to me. I like that 110%, right? So let's keep down here real quick. Forcing to gather into heavy traffic or directly into defenders will lead to jam-ups, but choosing the correct gather in open spaces will let you knife right through traffic. All right, so I like all of that. In addition to Euro step, cradle, hop step, spin gathers you have access to before, you can now also perform a half spin and cross spin gathers to get past your defenders. So adding additional skill stuff, I am all for it, of course. So we are gonna see how it plays out. So far I'm hearing a lot of stuff I'm liking right now, and this is about the paint defenders. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I will be creating a rim protector sometime this year. I need to show people how to lock down the paint. All right, just like the floor game, playing above the rim is also accompanied by a beefed up defensive counterpart. This year we captured hundreds of new in-air collisions, hard fouls, grabs, blocks, and swats to let the rim protector have their presence felt. Paint defenders who have good timing and decision making will be a force to reckon with, and you'll definitely have to think twice when going head to head against them inside. Zion Williamson, welcome to Team 2K. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I love that. Now let's see, they said something about post scorers that I have to cover as well. Post scorers can also look forward to a refreshed post game with new fakes, breakdowns, and moves. While post defenders will have access to an expanded post body up system that will help them lock down spins, drive, drop steps, and hop steps on the other side. And hopefully the fadeaways are added in that, because you know that fadeaway was unstoppable, man. And hopefully they nerf, of course, a few things, man. Off ball movements, of course, they talk about improving the off ball movement, and they actually brought back, they say they brought back, look at it right here, On the off ball, on the offensive side, NBA 2K brings back an old beloved feature, off ball juke move. We actually request this a lot, and they listen and they brought it back. You see, they admit they brought it back, so it's gonna be interesting. They highlight, of course, the Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, yes, aspect of the game and the whole nine. I'm not gonna cover all of that, but one thing they did say is that they actually added a more skillful off-ball system. Instead of people standing around, they could be like, they got more weapons to their repertoire in terms of getting open to get open shots and stuff like that, instead of just using some cheesy ass moves. So it's gonna be interesting to see how these are implemented, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. And they talk about defenders. Let's look at this right here real quick. Defensively, off-ball collisions were reworked from the ground up to take advantage of the technical advancements we've made in our body up system over the past couple of years. If you can read where the off-ball offensive opponents are trying to go, you can cut them off and put them in the box, making them work extra hard for every look. As I said, that's beautiful. I love what you're saying. I love what your song right there. So I'm rooting for it, man. I'm rooting for it. And let's go down real quick. Let me see how much more I got. I want to get that to the badges and takeover, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. AI, right? Now, I'll pretty much give you all a quick summary of this, of course, because they say this every year. They say the AI have been improved, and they made a claim right here that 2K20 got the best AI system in place for all sports games. They're probably right. But it got a lot of downfalls with the AI, man. For someone that played a lot of mycareer, a lot. Now they did highlight, right, that they improve AI defense and the way AI reads, and you're gonna see AI running plays and getting themselves wide open, and so it's gonna be easier to play with AI. So you don't feel as like you're playing with a bunch of stagnant pawns or stagnant bots, right? So it's gonna be interesting to see how it works. And one thing they highlight as well, going down on fast break defense, that normally if we go down that the first defender, if it's an AI, they run to the paint and they always leave the wide open shots. Now they actually said they adjusted addressed that, right? So it's gonna be interesting, right? So I ain't gonna lie to you, I am interested to see how AI play out. We're gonna find the holes in it, of course, because we play way too much 2K. We play way more than the devs will, and that's just how it goes. You can't help it. We are gonna find some exploits. They are gonna have to drop some patches, so we are gonna see how much improvements the AI make this year. So let's go to the badges and takeover. As I said, I went through everything here, but I want to address certain things. Now this video probably gonna be half the length than the previous one, so yeah, y'all can thank me for that, and check out the link in the description if y'all want the full blog. Now badges have become one of the main ways a player can set themselves apart from another. We know how important they are to the game and the community, so one of the first things we did this dev cycle was sit down in many meetings and reimagine what badges we should have in the game and how they should work. We came away with an impressive list of around 80 badges that allow players to express their different strengths and various areas of the game. Alright, so that okay. We put in a ton of work to ensure that each badge was valuable and unique enough to capture to just about any imaginable playstyle. We even added neighborhood specific badges, so they're bringing back pack badges, people. Park badges will be back. Alright, so neighborhood specific badges that enhance the physicality and flashy play of the playground. Neighborhood badges, park badges are back. Alright, takeover returns in NBA 2K20 with more content and new features, and thanks to all the feedback from the community and another year of testing under our belt, we've tuned the takeover abilities to be much more balanced across positions and playstyle. Alright, as I said, important. I like what they're saying. We're gonna see how it's balanced out. Hopefully the post scorers and just get post scorers that take over and it's game over. So we are gonna see how this drop up. And of course they say they're gonna drop more info soon. We have ton more to talk about when it comes to the badges, attributes, takeover, and the improvements to player builds. So look forward to more info on that soon. So we are going to be getting some more info, man. And of course they did that closing remark. So there y'all got it, man. I tried to speed it up, man. Hopefully y'all appreciate that. This is my second time recording, man, for y'all. The first time I think was too long, man. So let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section, man. Appreciate everyone that hit me up on Twitter. You know how it is, man. I do appreciate y'all, man. Much love. Even if I got the info, I do appreciate every time y'all hit me up, man. Because one of the time one of these days I might be busy, man. I might slip up. But I do appreciate all y'all 110%, man. Alright. So y'all know how it is. I'm gonna have some new info and new news coming out. You got a lot of info being leaked out today. A lot of info coming out. So better believe this is not my last video. But I got y'all, man. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. What y'all think is 2K making the right step in the right direction so far? What I heard, I like. And you know, we gonna have to wait until we got our hands on the game before we really feel the changes, before we really see how the community exploited more. Anyways, video long enough. Your boy Sim. First time to the channel, like, share, subscribe. If you're not your first time, like, share. You never know who's gonna be informed. One love, respect, y'all. Have a blessed one. Peace.